Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. Well, everything is back to normal in my house now. My son and his girlfriend are away back down home, and I've been to my granddaughter's. We were all at my granddaughter's this afternoon, but my son and Steph, that's what they call his girlfriend, short for Stephanie, she prefers Steph, went down home a little bit earlier because they had a long drive back home and they had to be back for Steph's daughter, ex-husband dropping her off because she's only 11 years old. But anyway, I'm back on my usual knitting routine. It is now 6:15. I've just come back about 6 o'clock from my granddaughter's. Had a lovely afternoon, a lovely day yesterday, meeting Steph, my son's girlfriend, for the first time, and their dog Ruby. Ruby was lovely too. She was a cross with a Rottweiler and something else. I don't know what else she was crossed with, but she had the markings of the Rottweiler, but head wasn't quite as broad as what a Rottweiler is. But she was a lovely natured dog, and my son Tony, his name is, his girlfriend Steph is a teacher. She's on primary school at the moment. She was very good with the kids, and we had a lovely afternoon, Saturday afternoon, playing games with the kids that she must play in the primary school. When she told me she was a teacher, she says to the kids, "Look at the teacher. Yes, he says your granddad's girlfriend's a teacher. She's brought your homework with her." But we had a good time, got on really well, and I'm glad about that. And they went back to they were in a like bed and breakfast place over the weekend. And I was going to my granddaughter's today. I usually left around about 2 o'clock, and I'm on my way driving out of the estate, and there was this car. I was going one way and there was this car coming back the other way, and I'm saying to myself, oh, that's the same colour as Tony and Steph's car. It was Steph's car actually. Like, I thought my son had gotten a new car, but he said it was Steph's, so it was better for the dog, to bring the dog with them. But anyway, I passed them and went down to Cheryl's, and then a few minutes later my son and Steph pulled up, and Tony saying to me, "Did you not see me? I was waving at you." He says, "We passed each other on the estate." I said, "Oh, was that you?" He says, "Yes, I was waving at you." I says, "Well, I've got my eyes on the road. I don't look to see who's in cars and waving at me." He says, "You was waving away and you were just staring ahead." I said, "I'm driving, looking at the road." Saying to me, "You're hopeless." But anyway, he'll be home now, and I'm home in my own house, peace and quiet. The little so-and-so 5-year-old is a right motor mouth. Never shut up the whole afternoon. So I am doing a little bit of knitting. I was doing a bit of this. This is what I'm doing the tutorial for. So I'm going to finish knitting this because I'm nearly up to the armholes. And that's the next part of the tutorial. I'll show how to do from the armholes. So I want to finish knitting up to the armholes for tomorrow, for to do the I can't do the tutorial in the night time because the light, when I put the light on, it casts a shadow over what I'm doing. So I just wanted to get it ready for to do tomorrow morning. I'll do another bit of the tutorial to show how to do it from the armhole. So as I was knitting this for a little while at my granddaughter's, that's what I wanted to do when I come back here before I do anything else. But I'll show you what else I've been up to. I've nearly finished this row. I haven't got many left to do because I'm doing 14. These are blocks of 4 each of the rows, and that's all I do is I count up the blocks. And there's 14 blocks on the back, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have another 4 blocks of 4, so that's 16 rows to bring it up to the same length as the the back. That's about it. So anyway, I'll put that down and got that much done of that one. And I've finished. That's the back and one of the fronts on daggeries. That's what I'm going to start on this one when I get up to the armholes on that one and get the other side done. And it seemed to fly along. Once I got past the armholes and started working my way up, it was flying along there. And the little bag I was doing, that's how far I've got with that. And I am just using any bits of wool, any bits of different colour wool I've got left in the bag, but I'm keeping this one with hopefully all the bits of blues, greens and lemons. And in those sort of colours, that's what I've got left. I'm busy using that one at the moment, but I have a one that was one of those mixy colours. It's got lemon and green and some other colours in, so I have finished the colour that I was working with this one, so I'm going to fasten that one on and work with those two and maybe get up to the top with those. I'm not sure how far. I'll do it quite tall until it's maybe about, gets up to see my chin, so quite a tall one. I'll get that finished. But if I run out, I've got that one there to add in. These are all odd bits of wool I had in the bag. Put that one in there. And the bag has come down a little bit, but when I finish this one, I'm going to do a one with all the pinks and like the peach, and got some bits of pink down there and little bits of mixy colour with pinks in and that. So I'm going to do one like that with there's a bit like orangey colour, and that's like tan and, not tan, like purple and pinks, pale pink and dusky pink. So I'm going to sort those bits out and do another one with those bits. So that helps to use up a lot of these because they're no good for anything else. You could do coasters and that with them, but I prefer to do coasters in cotton and not this is all acrylic what's in here. So that's what I'll be doing with some more of those when I get this one finished. I'll be doing another, putting another bottom on the bag, but this one here, I just done single wool, well the rest of it's been with 2 strands, but I only used one single one. So what I'm going to do is do another edge around the bottom, but fasten it onto the first row that I actually crocheted around it to strengthen it around the bottom a little bit, because I think this might be a little bit too thin. It'll not be when it's resting on the floor, it'll be resting on these little things here. It won't rest on this part of it, but I still want to strengthen that little bit around the bottom. And hopefully I'll get that finished for tomorrow sometime, so I can put it up on my Etsy shop before midnight tomorrow night, because I will get 70% off my selling fees if I do that. So that's what I'm hoping to do with that. And I was hunting through the rest of the things I had in my bag, and that was that furry wool. I had started knitting. I was going to do a little jacket in with it, but I didn't really like it. So I pulled it out and I'm just going to do a baby blanket with this. I have 2 balls of this. I'll probably have to buy another ball, but I'm going to do a little baby blanket with this instead of the little cardigan, because I wasn't sure whether I would like the little jacket with it. So that's what I'm going to do with that one when I get sorted. And this one here, this was when I started, like I said, I was originally for my friend. But I'm looking at this wool and I'm not sure what the thickness, I'm not even sure whether it's 4-ply, it could be 3-ply. And I've been knitting it like double knitting, and I've noticed it is quite thin. You can see my fingers through the stitches, so I'm going to pull this out. And I'll either knit it with 2 strands together or knit it as a thinner yarn with thinner needles. I'll do a little swatch with both first and see which is the best, because just looking at it, I do not think it's double knitting. It says double knitting on the label, but some of these labels, it did tell you in the places that sell it that the labels could be wrong. They could have the wrong thickness on the label what they are. And I'm putting it next to and there is just a slight thickness. This is double knitting, this one, and there is, when you pull it, there is a slight difference, so I'm not sure whether it's double knitting, this one. This may be one of the ones that was wrongly labelled. I think it could be 3-ply, because the rib, even though I've done the rib on 325, and that looks thin as well. It looks too loose. So I'm going to pull that out. Because I was going to carry on knitting with it like the way it was, but I'm not happy with the way the wool looks. Because I can see my fingers when I press my fingers through the knit. I can see my fingers through the stitches, so I'm sure it could even be 3-ply. It's a lovely wool. It's a lovely colour. I like the colour of this one as well, so I might keep some of this for myself. And that was that one, and my own. I didn't get any of that done last night. I didn't get much of any knitting done last night because I had my son and his girlfriend and Cheryl and the 3 kids were at my house till well after 8 o'clock. It was about 8 o'clock before everybody left. Nearer 9 o'clock actually. It was just a relief for everybody to go and me just throw myself down on my settee, and I did very little knitting. I didn't do much. I just put my computer on and watched one of the TV things I had on my computer. So it's lovely to see my family, but mine, when my son was up, he is a very handy man with anything electrical, so I found all the little jobs that needed doing, some electrical ones, for him to take home with him. And one of them I have is this. It's like this heating pad. I put this on my knee when I'm waiting in my house warming up, because I put the heating on when I come in. But I've got this on to keep me warm, and it only sort of heats up in the middle. I'm wondering whether the elements are starting to go on this, because it is about 7 years old. I've had it a long time. I think I got it I had a bit of trouble with my back at one time, and that was what I bought it for. I had it on the settee, back leaning against it, you know, like that. But it come in handy, you know, when we had all the price of our heating going up and all that. But I had another one which was bigger than this, and it covered all my legs, which I used last year. But something went wrong with that as well, and it stopped working. So I've given it to my son, and he's going to test it when he gets home. And I said, if it's okay, if you find out what's wrong with it and you can fix it, send it back to me. I gave him the box it came in. So I says, just send it to me, a second class parcel post. It'll only cost £3.49. But I says, if it's no good, just throw it. Just put it wherever you would put something like that, you know, that's gone up the creek. So he's going to have a look and fix that. And he was fixing something else. Not for me. He was fixing something for Cheryl. I don't know what that was. Oh, he was fixing the little motor for. I have all the Lego bricks that used to belong to my kids, and they're all brought out for. They were brought out for the grandkids, for Cheryl and her brother and my other grandkids when they were little, and now they come out for the great grandkids. Well, some of them's technical Lego, and they have little motor things with them, and the kids could never get them to work, so he was working on them, and he managed to get them working so they could, you know, use the little remote to send the car all around the room. And didn't last long, like, you know, as soon as they went home, they were no good. They couldn't get them working again. So that's my little computer stand that I got from Temu, and I did a little video on my shopping channel to show, and that's nice and tidy, as you can see on my coffee table there. Just have my phone and a little a little bucket thing with all the pens and that in, a little speaker, and one or two things on the other side like coasters and a part of a bar of chocolate there. And all the other things are underneath instead of the big box that I had under there before. So that came in very handy. So that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.